Alrighty, here we are, going into map number 2. It is going to be Mirage, and we'll see if Mindfreak can put up any better of a contest than on Nuke. It was really quite the one-sided performance there, as Rooster was the only team really that felt like they turned up to map 1. But bit of a downtime there. Mindfreak, I think we can say, you know, they didn't perform to their level. It's fair to say on Nuke, and hopefully they can turn that around here.
Yeah, because Rooster's not going to be giving them any opportunities, and already they've got a pretty quick rotation timing over to this B side. ASAP's caught the goosh. All of the boys are here for Rooster. Mindfreak have got boots on the ground in the site here for now, though, Jordan.
Yeah, but no bomb plan, and you're going to have some of those Rooster members filtering their way onto the site. Tux not covered off well enough to enable the bomb plan, and Mindfreak will be a bit disappointed with that because, as you said, it was players in the site, but they couldn't get a plan down, and Rooster waited so patiently until the moment was right to strike, and they did very nicely indeed. 1-0. Rooster pick up the second map pistol as well.
The CT side is just so oppressive. Like, you get control of the site and you're aware they're going to flood. Like, they flooded all of the nuke, like, defense rounds. And Rooster, they already had 3 players, like, out market, but they're just sitting NBK side and waiting for Mindfreak to, like, make a mistake. Then they all peek together. It's just, like, very difficult for Mindfreak to deal with. Here comes the MM strats, though, Jordan. You guys make footsteps to B, and I'll try and plant on A. We'll see how it works out.
I don't know that it's going to work out against a team like Rooster. They have not over-rotated all that hard. In fact, at all, really. Chell's gone back over to B, and ASAP's going to be able to push up through short as a result of that. So it's going to be a little bit of a mid-crunch here from TJP and ASAP, who will have a look. ASAP doing a good job of drawing all of that fire. Chell's in as well on short, and Rooster don't really make too many mistakes in situations like that. Danger could potentially find himself an upgrade for that MP9, but potentially also just not a FAMAS wielder, and that's fair enough.
Might not even be that much of a better weapon, if I'm honest.
I agree.
Just not great value for money. It's the first buy round for Mindfreak, though. We'll see what they're able to achieve. Oops, come out for Chelios straight away. He was pretty phenomenal last map, I'm not going to lie. If we're going to see Chelios go back into hard carry mode, I'm going to enjoy casting Oceania Counter-Strike quite a lot. Pretty slow round from Mindfreak. Only now starting to throw some smokes into middle. One of them seems to have gone in T-spawn for some reason. Maybe a bit misthrown. Top mid smoke, short smoke. And 4 players for the T side here starting to make some moves into middle.
TJ not going to land his initial shots, and Tux gets that headshot onto ASAP. Timing has not favored TJ there at all. Super able to boost up, unheard. Push into Palace was spotted out as well, so Slimy prepared for it. Everything going right for Mindfreak so far. Only the 1 kill back in the direction of Rooster, and that was off of Chelios' AWP. He's moving his way over to A, which might not be a bad call considering where the bomb is going to be headed, but they have to be aware of that wrap coming in from behind. Tux is all the way out on B. And in the end, it comes down to Chell solo. The second shot not as clean as the first, and Tux will survive. Bomb plant's going to go down in the meanwhile. And that should be round 4 Mindfreak, which is a much more positive sign than what we saw on Nuke.
Yeah, hopefully that's going to help the confidence and get them into the game nice and early here. Chelios going to attempt saving this AWP on 41 HP with a triple plant. I don't even know if he can survive into CT spawn here. Hunting him quite heavily. Tux making his way on through. Flash dodged by Chelios unintentionally, but it's not really going to matter too much. Tux going to put him down, pick up the AWP, and pick up the first round for Mindfreak here. Money now for Rooster, not great. 2.7 for TJ. Chelios punished for buying that AWP so early on. 1800, he's double eco. But the rest of Rooster's money, pretty decent. So they may just save and let Chelios buy a worse weapon, or maybe even Danger can drop him an AWP and get MP9 in return next round. So pretty conservative save from from Rooster here, which is a bit uncharacteristic of them. They do love a bit of a force buy most of the time. I think old iteration of Rooster, this would have been Chelios hits tab, sees that Danger has 4750 and says, drop me an ult.
Maybe. Maybe. We're into a new era. Mindfreak haven't walked into the trap just yet, but the way things are looking, there's a bit of a trend over toward B. C4's on that side of the map, though. Thinking about maybe going through the underpass back over to A. I am seeing Slimy move his way off of that side of the map as well, though, which has me a little bit concerned. This can end up pretty badly if Mindfreak run into the stack. It's a 5-7 and a P250 in tow for Rooster as well. Well, he's not going to dig anyone out. ASAP's still able to play around the side of that. It's not spread far enough to push him away too far. Let's see how this goes for Mindfreak. They're going to have to be clean on the entry because 5 Rooster players to dislodge. And now starting to get that information, but TJP has been able to strike only for the 1. Not a big concern just yet for Mindfreak, though. Couple of heads do get knocked off. It is just Hats with the USP, and he will not be able to manage much with that. One would think. Are they aware of his position? It seems as though they are. Well negotiated in the end by Mindfreak, and they'll get themselves their second round, but job's going to get harder as Rooster once again come back into the Buyers Club.
So anti-eco ace for Slimy. Nice little stat pad for the man. He'll take that every day of the week. I think him, Payne, and Gump were kind of the standouts the last time I watched Mindfreak. But I've seen Super and Tux have their moments as well. Just a pretty well-rounded team, if I'm honest. Didn't show it at all last map, though. So hoping for better things on Mirage. Hasn't started well, though. Chelios immediately punishing that tower boost top middle.
Trying to get into that B side, or at least trying to cause some damage to Danger, and he did get a couple of tags onto him, but nothing too substantial, and Danger will be the one with the last laugh in the end. Could look to grab the AK as well if he wanted.
Yeah, Mindfreak really trying to force things out B. Doesn't work out well for them at all. So, on top of losing the first pick in middle, things are just kind of compounding. Molly to Bricks, smoke to top of Con. Tux tries to get into window and is punished by TJ. Everywhere that Mindfreak looks to actively find a pick, they are punished, including on short there. Just nothing going right for them. 5 individual cases of duels being taken, and all of them going the way of Rooster if Danger wins this one as well.
Well, Slimy would like to get a bit of damage out here, but there's no real chance of that. So it'll be 5 guns through for Rooster. Not only is it the round win, but it sets them up nicely going forward in the rest of the half. This could actually end up being pretty dire for Mindfreak. See what they decide to do in this round. If it's going to be a force buy, it means that Tux will not really get to join in on the festivities, and Super's also kind of not quite there.
I don't think you buy in this round. Like, it was way too clean of a gun round for Rooster. That's why, like, you haven't done enough damage to the economy to make the CT side resettable, so it's better to try to just go for damage in this round and try to play the long game. If you've, got 3 or 4 kills in the last round, the buy's looking a little more appealing, but as things stand, Mindfreak just going to take a pretty conservative save. Wait out that initial wave of util on B. And now try to go for the timing here without any util. It's going to be the pistols running it down at Danger.
I don't understand what this crosshair business is. Is this when the player is pressing that button, or is the observer doing that? Is that on the observer side?
I'm not sure either.
Because obviously I understand that you have that lineup crosshair. Everyone has the lineup crosshair, but why do we all of a sudden get to see that now?
I don't think
and
we've seen
triggering it.
I don't think we've seen it on every player's POV when they pulled a nade out, so I think it's only some players.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it when the player is holding the lineup, button? Like, for me, it would be left alt. If I hold left alt, you see that. Does that now show through on the observer side as well? I think that would be my assumption. I wonder if anyone knows. If anyone in Twitch chat knows, I'd actually love to know the answer to that. Why do we see that now?
Sure, Mac would know something like that.
He's a bit of a nerd. Anyway, Mindfreak. Not going to be too successful with the push up of short. They managed to get themselves a gun in the hand of Pain. But what he's going to be able to do with half HP and no armor, I don't really know. Chell will take it away from him. Only the one gun lost for Rooster in the last couple of rounds. So the money continues to go in the right direction if you're a fan of the CT side.
Can be another buy now for Mindfreak. Orbs there for Pain. But similar to Nuke, hasn't really been too many standouts in terms of individual performance. Slimy's kills very much inflated from an anti-eco ace. So outside of that, 4 and 5 for the game so far.
TJP, early start again. And he's putting in some hard yakka there with a couple of kills, but will be brought to bear by Pain. Orbs doing some damage on both sides, though, as Chell is able to replicate his good performance from Nuke here, and this is, again, one of those things that we were sort of looking at going from, you know, the previous iteration of Rooster into this one. Was Chell going to have even more of an impact with that AWP? And it seems like the answer is yes.
This is just all over it. Off angle on the re-entry into Palace. 3 alive for Rooster. Again, another start to the game, similar to Nuke, where they just have an insane economy to start the game off. Which will once again, for Mindfreak on the T side, kind of adjust their expectations to away from any kind of reset potential to how many T side rounds can we sneak in. And so far this series, it's felt like not many. They have been getting absolutely slapped in the server. And I'm not really sure why. I think just individually, they are not up to the same level as Rooster at this point in time coming off the player break. That's a clean spray from TJ.
Yeah, could be a little bit of that involved. Another easy round for Rooster. Starting to hit the 10k mark for some of those members. So we're following a very similar kind of trajectory as Nuke. Mindfreak have put in a little bit more work early in the map, but the way some of these rounds are now starting to play out, it's not looking super competitive either.
I'm kind of wondering if this new roster forming has given Rooster some motivation. Not only losing one of their best players, but let's be real, like the point of that roster is to try to qualify for the RMRs, for the pro leagues and things like that, ahead of a team like Rooster, in addition to Blackwest. So
yeah, definitely Rooster need to lock in for sure. Competition is getting stronger. Is just going to be found out by Hats and TJP. He tried to scurry away, wasn't able to do so, and the trades continue to come through thick and fast. Ends up falling in the favor of Rooster with that extra one on the back end from Hats. So now just Tux and Super, and Hats is not putting a foot wrong in this series so far. Tux the last standing. But he's got to be defined, and this is all too familiar territory for him and for Rooster. Hats doesn't want to overpeak the angle, and in fact that might have actually given up the timing that could have worked out well for him in the end. Tux finding another 1v1. And so it comes down to Chell to try to lock this one in. He hasn't spotted Tux crossing into CT spawn, so his information is quite critically lacking, and this becomes a very difficult one-on-one now for Chell. Does have a smoke available to toss onto that C4, but ideally he'd love to get the pick onto Tux. He's not been able to find him just yet. Pop flash around the corner. And he spots him, Tux. Was he blind?
He was blind. He did not turn from the flash.
Maybe expecting the swing on the back of it, but Chell mind games it.
Good attempt from Tux. Very winnable 1-on-3 for him. And would have definitely done Mindfreak a lot of favors trying to get back into this game. But look, as it stands, 4 guns taken away. A bomb plant coming down on top of the loss bonus. That's going to give Mindfreak another buy here. And with that many guns taken away, if look, they could put 2 good gun rounds in, they could have an easier chance at a 7-5. But the way some of these rounds have been looking in terms of competitiveness, I'm not feeling too optimistic. This is looking just like another really one-sided affair from Rooster.
Yeah. So back to the drawing board for Mindfreak. They're going to run it back again. Super won't have too much success with that molly, holding him at bay for the meanwhile, though. Mindfreak have successfully pushed Rooster out of middle. However, TJP looking to hold on to Connector. The Molotov hasn't burned him out. This could be some false information for Mindfreak, thinking that they've cleared it when they haven't. Payne is looking for TJ, but doesn't seem to have spotted him initially, and finally does get that one converted. ASAP losing a huge chunk of his HP to that nade. The round is coming together for Mindfreak.
Pick from Hats in the mid-round, evening up the numbers. Tux has made his way through that connector smoke, looking for an aggressive lurk, timing over onto the A side of the map, while the rest of Mindfreak creep towards B. Ugh. Bomber's making its way back to middle. Now the B pressure comes in, and that is kind of the fake angle. Unfortunately, they've already lost that A presence on the other side of the map, so I think Gumper's going to try to slip up short with this B pressure coming in. Inside of the smoke, unchecked, is Danger. Chelios going 1-for-1 on the site. And surely Danger has got this one locked down as long as Chelios is just happy to stay alive and mark it.
Well, Chell again required to win a one-on-one. But he is aware that Gump has not crossed to the right side of the site, so he's going to have to start going hunting now. But there's only a few places he's got to check, and he's got some time to do it. He's got the defuse kit in tow. We'll have to start to move a little quicker now. Working off the bomb, and he's going to go for defuse straight away. Gump, easy as you like, gets that kill. And so that will be Mindfreak to grab themselves a third for the half. Definitely not going to be anywhere close to resetting Rooster's money, even though they've only had a couple of rounds in a row with 1 gun alive and then a loss. There's still such a bank built up.
I mean, this is just what happens when you don't frag hard enough individually. You're not taking guns off the other team. You're not keeping the rounds close enough. And that's just going to allow the other team to have so much cash and string these buy rounds together. This time Mindfreak changing up the approach. Gump on the lurk in middle with the mid pressure created by the smokes, and Mindfreak looking to contact out the A side of the map.
Slow creep toward the A side here from Mindfreak. Payne has found Hats, but they haven't spotted ASAP, and so he'll drop one. DJ does a good job helping provide a little bit more space. ASAP has not been dug out yet, and that is a big problem for Mindfreak. They can't progress any further forward. Super stuck at Tetris. He's holding on to the bomb as well. Payne waiting for that creep up over the top of the stairs, but Rooster well aware of the numbers advantages that they have and the danger that could be presented if they tried to go a little more aggressive. Eventually, TJ gets a bit inquisitive and will be punished for said information seeking.
Smoke to jungle coming out here, or to top con actually. With that Gump looking to try to creep up into that part of the map. Chelios is keeping a keen eye on it though, and will punish him.
Well, little bit too easy in the end for Rooster. And once again, Mindfreak's brief moment of success is quite quickly ripped away from them. And it's put them in an even more sort of awkward position now where they can really only afford the one AK. I mean, Slimy could potentially drop one over for Gump, but option is instead going to be to grab himself some head armor. So one AK, one Galil, Mac-10, couple of Tech 9s, Mindfreak with the party mix kind of buy to try and finish the half off with at least a 4th round. It's certainly a lot better than what they had on Nuke, but still really going to be leaving a lot of that work to be done in the second half, and it has not started well. This could well end up being 9-3 for Rooster. 2 for 1 to start off round 12.
Three players for Mindfreak, all trapped in middle behind a big investment of smokes. Reload heard by Danger. He's going to try to take that timing. Barely even saw much of Tux there. Cops multiple dinks through the wall. Tux going to take that as an invitation to rush straight into the B site, but it's going to get taken out by DJ. Hats in the corner of Con, punishing Super as well, and the timings just do not fall Mindfreak's way. It's really felt like they haven't, like, you can see kind of what the plan is, but the timings are all off in a lot of these rounds. Looking a little sloppy after the player break, and Rooster taking full advantage of that. Gonna be the end of the half, so 9-3 for Rooster.
So jumping into the second half, things are looking a little better for Mindfreak than they were at halftime on Nuke, but not substantially so that you can give them much of a benefit of the doubt that they're going to be able to get themselves a map in this series. It's very much looking like Rooster's day today.
100%. Looked like the much better team today. Mindfreak looking a little sleepy coming out of the play break, and I think that's a promising sign for their season prospects going forward. Maybe just haven't been keeping themselves practiced and enough and clean enough. I think Rooster coming out of this player break looking pretty fired up. I think that's a good thing for them. You know, got this new roster breathing down their neck a little bit, looking to try to steal away a couple of Oceanic qualifier spots from them.
Yeah. Tumultuous time potentially for Rooster if things were not going well in their camp. However, that doesn't seem to necessarily be a problem. So, dualies going to be the name of the game for Mindfreak. 2 sets of them, in fact. And they are putting all their eggs into this barrel. They need to win this pistol to give them a chance in the map. And going to go for an aggressive push onto A ramp, which Rooster maybe should have been prepared for, should have been set up for, and somewhat were, but ends up actually being the 2-for-1 trade that Mindfreak will be happy to take away with. And just back off into the side. ASAP will lose his life as well, trying to challenge his way in, and the dualies are certainly doing some work now. 3 kills for Gump. 1 for Tux, and good start to the pistol round, good start to the second half for Mindfreak.
Much needed. TJ's got a full set of util here. Payne can hear all of these footsteps, and he's flanking him already from underpass. Rotations, as a result of that information, already going to be making their way into market, and TJ, before he even taps this bomb, is completely surrounded.
But he has got the bomb down. So that's a start. Bit of extra cash in the back pocket for Rooster. And TJ unsuccessful in his defense of the post plant, but that was always going to be wishful thinking.
So do you force now off the back of that plant on the side of Rooster? That's the question. Does seem like they will. 3 sets of Galil and armor. Chilios gets a scout. So pretty dangerous looking force buy, honestly. And with Hats investing in a Galil as well, there is no util in this buy. 1 smoke, 1 flash, that's it for Rooster's util. Gonna let the weaponry do the talking.
Some success already being had for Rooster with the weapons that they've been able to scrounge together. Payne does win an important fight in middle. But enough time has been given to Rooster to get the bomb plant down on A. It's quite a fast plant. Leaves Mindfreak scrambling a little bit to retrieve the weaponry in mid. They are stuck behind a smoking connector, to be fair. A lot of util available to Mindfreak for this retake, so very doable, especially with ASAP on pretty forward line, but the coverage is good from Rooster, and the swings are happening together, so Rooster will find themselves double digits, and even though Mindfreak get the pistol to start the second half off, it's not going to be much more than that.
Already a difficult position being this far behind. You're double eco and you're so far behind in round count that, you know, the force buy just seems to make sense for multiple reasons. So that's what they're going to go for. Payne not going to fully invest because he wants to try to keep that AWP fund going, but that's not something he'll be able to get if they lose this round until literally serious point. From that point, the comeback is going to be a long one. Patience from Rooster. Anticipating some aggression from the Pistols. So 1-man A execute being thrown here by DJP. Waller smokes on A, just trying to draw the rotation. Ace over there.
Again, another 1-for-1 to start things off, and in fact, it's more than that. The trades in mid coming through pretty nicely in the end for Rooster. Took a little bit to recover, but now that TJP and that MAC-10 have come into play, it's all well and done for Rooster. 11-4 the lead they find themselves at now. There's really just not much to say about this one for Mindfreak, unfortunately. You know, we're going into the 16th round at a scoreline like this, and they don't have the money to buy, so what can you really say?
Try again next series, I think, because this one has not been their day. Simple as that. Promising signs for Rooster, though. All 5 of the players playing really well in this map. It's a Hero M4 from Slimy. The rest of the boys sading. And that has ended up not really doing too much at all. Kane's going to try to pick it up and get something done with it. He's punished as well. He didn't have armor to begin with.
Yeah, this is a formality more than anything else for Rooster at this point. That's 12. And, I mean, look, Mindfreak, what are you going to even do with this money? A couple of the players are going to be able to buy. A couple aren't really. Just got to try and do what they can. Payne with an MP9 is certainly not what you'd want on the CT side of Mirage. He's one of those sort of up-and-coming sort of talented AWPers that I think a lot of people are excited by, but
I mean,
he never see him at his best tonight.
He dropped Slimy and M4 last round just for him to get domed on catwalk, so what can you really say, unfortunately?
Gump's going to eat a bit of damage from the molly, and Tuck's already down to chill. ASAP's got Gump too. It's going in the direction that we all thought that it would. But TJP did not check under balcony, so that goal will now fall on the shoulders of Danger, who was a little bit indecisive, and so Super will save a day. And we're actually back to the 3-on-3. Round not over just yet.
He's going to get the reroute back to A, though. Connector smoke blown open, and ASAP still gets 2 and takes a big chunk out of Super, whose position is known. Chelios getting the bomb down, and Hats is already deep in market on the off angle. This game is a Dunsky.
Hats had molly too if he wanted to, could just chuck that into the market doors, but he's going to keep going out. Looks like it's going to be the 2-man swing, and that's that. Chell will finish it off. Rooster 13-4. And Mindfreak, very unfortunate night for them tonight, have just been dismantled by the new look Rooster, which, frankly, Pilsky is looking like more of the same. You know, we're getting same old good performances from Rooster, beating up some of those quote-unquote weaker teams in the Oceanic region, and not even making it look difficult.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. You know, based on everything that I've